This playthrough is rated M for mature.
Alright, are you prepared for the trial run? I am. Maybe. Sort of. Yeah, our crew's probably not going to be the best for this, but we gotta do what we can do. Greetings and salutations, viewers. Vauldemare back here with another episode of Shadowrun Dragonfall. In the last episode, we did a little side mission with us and Iger. Iger wasn't much of a talker, so, you know, not much to really discuss here. A mid-level corporate compound, complete with living spaces on the upper levels. But after doing that, we went on that one job with for Luca Dare, I believe their name was, and they wanted us to do a job by ourselves, so well, we'll see how it works. And our team kind of ran off on us already, so let's take a look and see. So we can go inside the complex. Let's kind of look around first before we do that. Oh yeah, we've got a Jenn, I think her name is. She's you think she's a Shadowrun? No, she's just an electrician. It's too high to reach. So she's just a civvy that's evolved in this. So hopefully we won't get her killed, but hopefully she'll do her job so we don't get killed. So I mean, she probably knows what she's doing. She's just kind of wrapped up in something she didn't want to in the first place. So anyway, let's talk to this waitress here. Hello, my dear. The waitress steps forward to greet you, a drink menu in her hand. Welcome to the Caf Shack, home of the budget-friendly caffeine fix. May I help you? What do you want? What do you have? We've got the cheapest soy caf in Berlin, guaranteed. She pauses for a moment and looks you up and down. You've been around long enough to know when you're being sized up. Finally, she continues. But of course, for hardworking folks like yourself, we do have other options. Options that corporate security doesn't tend to appreciate very much. Productivity enhancers. Get the picture? Now, if you have Etiquette Street, you could answer with, you don't need to speak in code. I'm not going to narc on you. Tell me about these other options. Or you could just buy a soy calf, which really doesn't get much from you. You could say I'm gone. Or if you have Charisma 3, which gives you the same result as Etiquette Street, which is, there's nothing I love better than enhanced productivity. What are you offering? She smiles slyly. I got just the thing for that big presentation or that make or break annual report. It's called Jolt, and it's amazing. Imagine a great big cup of calf only without the nasty crash or the jittery stomach. You can take as many as you need without winding up in the hospital. Each one will keep you up for a couple hours. Yeah, thanks, but no thanks. No, sounds too good but to be true. Well, it's pricey and there are some minor side effects. If you take more than 5 in a single sitting, you'll probably get nosebleed. I don't think that anyone has ever tried drinking more than 10 at once. 10? Well, then again, I've been never a drug abuser or anything like that, so maybe that's common with drug abusers. She pauses, considering. Yeah, I probably wouldn't recommend that. Show me. Alright, we actually do want to buy some Jolt, weirdly enough. I mean, if you don't do it, it's not a big deal, but we will make our money back for this, weirdly enough. So I'm going to go and drop off. And let's drop off. Actually, probably drop this off, because if I die, that's it. So yeah, let's put that Jolt. Where's the Jolt? There it is. Let's put the Jolt in our inventory. Thank you, ma'am. Like I said, not required, but you get a little extra thing if you do this, so. Alright, anyone else before we go inside the building? I think that's it. Alright, let's go back inside. Onward. Into the, let's get this job out of the way. Don't you have somewhere to be? What, that guy? I don't know, why'd you say that to me, man? Anyway, let's go inside. As you step through the door, you find yourself confronted by a pair of men wearing the same kind of uniform that you are. Judging by the expressions, there's no love lost between the two. Hearing the door swing open, they turn to face you. James. The shorter of the two, a human with arcane symbols tastefully embossed into his belt, glares at you. All here? Finally, and you brought a little mouse of electrician with you. Better late than never, but not much better. You're tardy enough as it is. He jerks his thumb to the elf standing beside him. I'll leave it to you to keep our pack mule in the line. The elf's lip curl into a snarl. Hanging from his back is a bulging pack that looks incredibly heavy. His broad shoulders sag under the weight of whatever is inside. He's dumb as a post, but he can lift heavy things. Might not be bad in a fight either. At the very least, he can suck up a few bullets for the rest of us. Staring daggers at the mage, he spits out a long string of foreign words in a single susurrant breath. The sound of it is lovely, but expression leaves little doubt that the message behind the words is an ugly one. Oh, and I hope that you can speak Spethiel. He shakes his head in disgust. Damn useless immigrants. See. Do I hear you right? Did you just say that I was tardy? I mean, what are you gonna do? Send me to detention? Wonderful date and a small test. He glances down at his chronometer. I have an important meeting in a few hours, so let's get to the penthouse and plant the cameras. I'll mask them against detection, and then we can all go our separate ways. The elf mutters something under his breath and hitches the bulky pack up a little higher on his back. His muscles bulge under the strain of it. Are you sure that our friend here only speaks Esperanthale? To my immense disappointment, yes. A Teonig dialect, by the sound of it. I wish that he'd do us all a favor and go back. Address the elf. Can you understand me at all? The musical tones of the elvish tongue pour out of his mouth again, but you can't make out a word. His dialect is quite foreign. It's unlike the form of Sperenthal spoken by the elves of Tir na Nog. The elf falls silent. He looks just as frustrated as the mage is. Mutter under your breath. So Lucas sent me in here with a civilian, an asshole, and a guy who doesn't speak German. Wonderful. Your words don't seem to have much impact. The elf's scowl deepens. Now that we're all together, let's discuss our approach. Anyone know how we're supposed to get into Aljernon's penthouse? I do. If you can get me to building an access panel that's on the same circuit as the penthouse, I should be able to put its security system into maintenance mode. The job will take some creative rewiring. Well, that and whatever is in the pack that the elf is carrying. Our employers gave me the schematics. And do you know what we'll find on that access panel, Mouse? Quit calling me that. She takes a moment to calm herself. And yes, I do. There's an access panel in one of the mid-range apartments on the same floor. My contact gave me a key code that should get us in. You said should twice already. That makes me feel uneasy. Well, there's nothing that I can do about that. It's the plan that I was given, and we're stuck with it. Unless you have a better idea, we just have to follow our instructions and hope for the best. She turns to face you. Get me to the building access terminal on this floor, and I can rewire the elevator. That's the first thing we need to do. Once we're upstairs, we use the code I was given. I'll rewire Aljernon's security system, and we hide the cameras in his apartment. Her brow furrows. Well, that's the theory anyway. This just gets better and better. Alright, team, move out. Alright, this is gonna be fun. Boy, howdy. Let's talk to this guy. Hello, stress suit man. That's your title, is it not? Dude. There we go. The well-dressed orc stops his pacing to stare at you, as you approach. Heavy worry lines etch in his forehead, and his eyes are bloodshot. He looks like he hasn't slept in a month. Don't want to be rude, but I'm a little busy right now. If this is about building maintenance, take it someplace else. James' cheeks flush red. He takes a step forward. Watch it. You don't get to talk down to me like... The orc bristles. Like a janitor. Yes, I do, because that's what you are. If you want to keep wearing that uniform, you better watch the attitude. Now, isn't there a floor that you could be cleaning or something? I've got a lot on my mind to worry about important things. I don't want to be bothered. You could just leave him be, or if you have Charisma 3, hey man, relax. I'm sure that's all going to work itself out. With visible effort, he calms himself. Look, sorry, I'm not trying to be unpleasant. It's just that I have a huge presentation to give to the board in 20 minutes. I stayed up all night practicing it, and now I'm so tired that I can't remember my own name. That's rough. He shakes his head miserably. I'm gonna botch this, and the worst part is most of those bastards will assume that's because I'm an orc. They already make jokes behind my back. After this, it's gonna get worse. Now, if you have the Jolt item we bought earlier, or if you had just Jolt from something else, you can give it to him. Hey, I've got a little something here. Sounds like just what you need. Is that Jolt? I haven't had that since I graduated from business school. Oh man, that stuff is the best. Hand on the Jolt. Here you go, man. It's all yours. No, I can't just take it from you. I know how much that stuff can cost. But here's what I can do. I'm going to give you my room code. When you're making the rounds, doing your maintenance thing, you stop in and grab my cred stick off the table. There's a couple hundred new yen on it. Cred stick on the table. Got it. Just do us both a favor and promise that you won't take anything else, okay? I'm trusting you with this. So you actually, this is, now the funny thing is we don't actually get that much more for it, but I think it's interesting that we can get money from it for this, so. Alright, let's see. Okay, we got security guards there. I'll talk to them here in a second. Alright, let's talk to you, or inspect this place here. There it is. A boutique food kiosk. The sign out front advertises a variety of locally sourced foodstuffs, all of them terribly overpriced. Take a look at the food on the counter. Glancing at the self-serve refrigerated section of the kiosk, you find a variety of sandwiches wrapped in slick plastic. You could eat for a week for the price of one of these things. Step away. Yeah, it's one of those cases where that's how they get you with certain places. Like, oh, this is just the this is, you know, it's like raiding the fridge in a hotel. They mark up the price like tenfold for that. So let's see what this says. Jana stays the junction box for a moment, then turns to face you. See that guard in the hallway? Well, he's standing next to a junction box, just like this one. Looks like they're both on the same circuit, too. So
So I could use this one to overload the next one by the guard is standing by. She looks at the junction box again and nods. Yeah, I could feed a nice power spike into that one from here, you know, if you wanted to. Leave it alone, Jan. We'll find another way. We will, I mean, I'm going to do something, but not what she wants to do, so I have another plan for that. The salesman expression brightens at your approach. Welcome to Dunkley's fine clothier. Are you shopping for a suit? A fashionable business suit made of ballistic cloth catches your eye. It would be a simple matter to slide in under your baggy maintenance overalls. Let me see that suit. Ah, good choice. Style and safety. You have a good eye. She takes your arm. Here, let me show you to the dressing room. And we can buy that for 1,500. And it's actually not bad. See, you get 5 armor and you get +2 to your charisma. So I'm actually going to buy that, interestingly enough. I do need to look into selling some items, though, while I'm here. I guess I don't need to do it right now. But yeah, okay, I want to buy that. So let's swap out our secure clothing. That's why I didn't buy armor earlier. I wanted to buy this suit. Where? Oh, I have to. Oh wait, no, I clicked on the wrong one. Okay, there it is. Let's switch the ballistic suit in there. Now we're all nice and fancy. And then I can go ahead and put that grenade back on after taking that one off. So, or I don't need to put the trauma kit on just because. Oops. Uh-oh. Okay. Okay. It was like blacked out for a second. I was like, uh-oh. I don't remember there being too many glitches in this game, so that's why I was like, huh. Okay, another security guy. Inspect that. We can jolt him, but there's another thing we can do, so. But I want to take a look around before we start doing what we do, so. There's corporate people over here. And a tech vendor. Hello. The woman behind the counter smiles at you, her cheeks dimpling. Good afternoon and welcome to Augment Tech, the boutique that makes a better you of you. Her voice is overflowing with forced cheerfulness. Idly, you wonder how many times she has given this exact speech every day. Tell me, how can I help you today? I'd be interested in the market for some cyberware. Then you come to the right place. She gestures to the terminal in front of you. Please feel free to browse our catalog. We have a huge stock of performance-enhancing augments to make you into that person you've always dreamed you could be. Let's take a look. I do actually want to buy something from here, so. Scanning over the tastefully designed catalog, you find that most of the Augment Tech stock consists of overpriced cosmetic cyberware, metabolic tweaks to burn away cellulite, ruthenium, polymer hair extensions, ultra-expensive leonization treatments aimed at wealthy septuagenarians. Jesus. Towards the back of the catalog, you find some more practical chrome, but nothing that a Shadowrunner would want. For the designer replacement limbs to nephretic screens for alcoholics, Augment Tech carries the very best and fashionable implants for the ultra-rich. The mental enhancement section is a little bit more promising, but you don't see anything you couldn't already find in the Cruising Bazaar. You're about to turn away when an ad on the last page grabs your attention. The newest iteration of the Encephalon system, complete with an integrated math SPU. The Encephalon Next, at R, as it's called, is a bleeding-edge commercial-grade tech. Non-complement agreements prevent it from being sold at most stores. But you found one that carries it. Hey, this headwear looks new. Mind if I take a look? She glances at the item on the screen. Looking at the new Encephalon, huh? Good choice. Our regional supervisor has one. It's amazing. Totally worth the price. And what is the price? It doesn't say on the screen. We're doing a special price right now. Yours for only $250. That's really cheap, actually. Sign me up. Now, what it is we don't actually get installed in this right now. We just get the plans to do something with it. But I'll show you in a second. It's actually really cheap. Okay, sign me up. That's wonderful. Good choice. I'll just swipe your cred stick, then I'll print up your purchase order. Okay, where do I go to get installed? Is your dock in the back or something? Her brow furrows. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm afraid you don't understand. We're a boutique shop, not a cyber surgery clinic. We can sell you the device and have it sent to the clinic of your choice for installation, but we don't do the surgery here. Of course, your doctor will bill you separately for the installation, by the way, but you can ensure that the procedure is carried out wherever you're most comfortable. So, now, if you're, what this is intelligent boost. It's a permanent +2 to your intelligence if you have it installed. So if you're not doing intelligence boost or don't care about that, then you can leave this alone because the cost installed is 5,000 Nuyen. So keep that in mind if you want to buy it. So don't buy it if you're not going to mess with that cyberware enhancement, but I'm going to. That's like one of the few things we're going to do because that helps with decking and stuff like that. So $250, I'll take it. Please have it sent to the Triage Cyber Clinic in the Cruise Bazaar.
She swipes her cred stick and punches a few buttons on her PDA. A flimsy slip of paper spills out of the terminal, and you're standing at it, and into your hand. Man, I don't know why. Sometimes I flub my words. The salesman beams at you. You are now the proud owner of the Cephalon Next. We'll have it sent to the Triage Cyber Clinic as per your request. When you arrive, just show the doctor or a member of his staff the proof of your purchase that you're holding. He'll know what to fetch you. Thanks. Thank you, sir. Have a good day. That's what I wanted to get, so. Alright, I think we're good to go, so now we can get to the next section of this place. Alright, let's talk to this guy here. The guard shifts slightly as you approach. Can I help you? Yes, could you open the door to the utility area? We have some work to do in there. You can't read the guard's expression through his mirrored face mask, but his body language makes it clear that he's staring at you. This George security coded, Delta grade. Your ID says you're just a Theta, so no, I can't open the door. You're not listening. We have work to do in there. I heard him loud and clear, mop jockey. Now you listen to me. Nobody without Delta clearance gets through this door, period. I suggest that you talk to management. If you really do need to be in there, they'll upgrade your clearance. Otherwise, piss off. So we could attack him straight up, could say sorry, or we could give him the Charisma 3. Cool down, we're on the same side here. This is a dispatch problem, I'm sure of it. I don't envy you guys having to work with them every day. The guard shoulders relax. Yeah, I hear you. I swear it's amazing that anything gets anything done at all around here. Tell you what, you don't need to go all the way back to the management. Just call in and get your clearance changed. I'll let you guys in as soon as authorization comes through. Now, obviously, this is just to clear out. If you only have the Charisma but nothing else, you can just leave. So you have to go somewhere else to do it. But if you have etiquette, we get something a little extra. Now, I better go take care of this in person. But one thing before I go, instead of this week's protocols they sent us out with last week's, anything changed since then? He shakes his head. Unbelievable. You know, it makes my blood boil to think of how much money they make. It's people like you and me that actually keep this place running. And yet the idiots at dispatch pull and triple what we do for sitting on their asses and fouling up everything up. Right there with you, man. Now about those protocols. Yeah, let's see. They changed the emergency assistance code from November to Indigo. I think that's it. Everything else should be the same from last week. Indigo. Yeah, thanks. Now I'd better head back to management to get that clearance issue sorted out. He nods sagely. Best of luck, pal. Do us all a favor and call out those idiots at dispatch. Not that it would do you any good. On second thought, don't bother saying anything. They just wind up getting another raise. Don't I know it? Take care of yourself. There you go, you too. Alright, so we can't actually go in there now. However, now with that information, we now have another guy we can talk to down here. So let's go all the way over to that other tech guy, or that other security guy we didn't talk to yet. Alright, let's talk to this guy. The guard steps forward, interposing himself between you and the terminal. Your security clearance doesn't authorize you to be in here. Alright, so yeah, we could attack him. So, okay. So, now that we got the information, your buddy across the way wanted me to give you a message. Status Indigo compromised. Does that mean anything to you? The guard jerks upright in alarm. He said, what? Stay out my way, please. He just runs off. Alright, let's, now that he's gone, let's deal with the security terminal. The terminal is logged into the building's security system. It should be relatively simple to trick it. Threat assessment software into sending out a false positive. Enter the false data into the system to indicate threats coming from a far part of the complex away from your target. A few response codes flash onto the screen. Alright, so we got that out of the way. Now, so that'll help us out later. Now, okay, yep, we got those guys there now, so let's go over, because we got them distracted, so now, let's inspect that. Is it time to zap some guards? Do it. Yeah, we took out both guards instead of one. Ha! Huh. So, yeah, if you just do it, you have the one, you only take out the one guard and we have to deal with another one later. But if we have that guy come towards us, we can zap them all at once, so. Alright, we get the Theta key card there. Alright, let's go to the utility grid hub. Wordlessly, Janet pops on an access panel at the base of the terminal and begins sniping wires. A few minutes later, she replaces the panel cover and stands. Alright, that should do it. I bypassed the security lock on the elevators. We're good to head upstairs. Well, that was quick. I know my way around electrical systems. My father used to own rental properties all over Munich, and I helped him maintain them. She smiles shyly. I've been rewiring buildings since I was a little girl. touching. I don't know what this has to do with getting me to my meeting, but please, by all means, keep waltzing down memory lane. We'll wait. Couldn't care less about your... No. Are you ever not a dick? If you make me miss small meeting, you'll see exactly how much of a dick I can be. You're supposed to be our leader, so pull your head out of your ass and lead us, preferably into an upstairs direction, so we can get done with this before security catches us. Alright, alright. Alright, let's head on to the section number 2. Oh yeah, I guess I could go over the other characters. So Jaina, I think I showed her off last episode, but yeah, not much of an action pool or anything else. Her stats are pretty average. But there is one thing she's really good at. Well, one, she has the Defiant Super Shock. This is a really good weapon, mainly because it helps her basically be crowd control. So basically what it does is you could tase someone over and over and over again. So you tase someone, load, tase, and so basically keep someone in position. So if you want to keep someone locked while you're doing whatever, that's her specialty. And then we've got the elf here. He's got a Uzi and a sword. Let's show off his stats real quick. No, there's the elf. Yeah, basic stats, but not bad. And then there's the magic user. Basic stats, nothing crazy there either. And he's got power ball, heal, mana ball, aim 2, and mana stream. He's got a trauma kit just in case something happens. So, and the worker's outfit. So I think he also got a worker's outfit. Am I the only one with armor? I guess so. Yeah. All right, let's go inside. All right, I'm gonna need you to get me to this floor's access panel. That'll be room 303 on this floor. The door's combination is 14291. She glances up at you. Make sure to write that down. Yeah, I've got it. Well, the game will do it for me. Okay, once I'm here, I can put the penthouse door in the maintenance mode. That'll set the key code combination to 11111, so we shouldn't have any trouble getting into the plant the cameras. We've been making halfway decent time. Not good, but not terrible. But I can't afford any more delays. He cracks his knuckles. Hope that no one else gets in our way for their own sake. Yeah, tough guy. You're in a hurry. We got to shut up about it already. The ugly smile falls from his face. What replaces it with it is uglier. If I weren't under instructions to follow your lead, this wouldn't be a very, very different conversation. Yeah, well you are. So shut up and deal with it. She shakes her head in disgust. God, I wish that we didn't need you to finish this job. His lip curls into a sneer. Sadly for all of us, you do. Oh, and by the way, we're going to have words when this run is over, mouse. A stream of caustic syllables pours out of the elf's mouth. His back is stooped under the weight of his pack, but his hands are clenched into fists. He rolls his eyes and points a bony finger at the elf. Look, I was trying to speak. I want to get this over with, Blackwire. I want to get away from these people and go home. Well, I'll do what I can, lady. Get you back to your life and your boyfriend, so no worries. Okay, let's take a look at this place. Alright, let's see this penthouse right here. The Tran design panel reads penthouse. A slick high-grade keypad has been mounted in the door frame. You can enter or overwrite code on this one. Is this the code for the door I'm thinking of? Let's see. That's the penthouse. Okay. We haven't set that yet, though, so okay. Not yet. Okay, I was wondering because we have to reset the code before we can do that. So okay, that's 302. Okay, there's 301. Let's go in there. The trendy design panel reads Apartment 301. A slick high-grade keypad has been mounted in the door frame. You can scan the key or enter override code. Okay, I think I have to double check my notes here. Let me see. I think this is the suits room. Let's see. Let's see. 53786. Yeah, it's this guy. Code accepted. Welcome, homeowner. Alright, let's go inside here. There's the cred stick. Get 200, but there's something else we get from this as well. The door leads out into the building's fire escape. Not a bad way to make an expedient retreat. So yeah, this actually saves us having to do one extra battle by unlocking this room. So that's another reason why you want to do the whole jolt and have a decent charisma and everything about it. So, all right, there's apartment 302. The trendy design panel reads apartment 302, a slick high grade. Okay, I can. I don't think I have the, because the code is for 30. Let's see. Sorry, there's another section. Okay, sorry. I know what the code is for this thing, but there is a way to get it. So let me show it off. And there's some door controls over here as well. All right, the text that glows on the console display reads "Information security personnel only." In place of a keypad, the console sports a smooth Duraplast panel with a data port at its center. It would seem that building management doesn't want laymen tampering with this machine, so we can walk away. Or if you have a cyber deck and decking for it, because yeah, you can have decking, but I have a cyber deck, so you just can't do matrix stuff. Tether your cyber deck into the input port and deck into the system. This one's gonna be a short one for this room, so let's jack in. Well, me. All right. Oh. Let's put all my stuff. Okay. All right. This one's actually a pretty short matrix section, so. Yeah, I got a couple of ice in here. Yeah, luckily they're not too bad, so. Let's see. Luckily they're all missing, so that's good for me. Yeah, just cast Degrade. Usually if I cast Degrade and do that, it's usually just enough damage to... Well, usually it's enough to finish them off, but I guess I missed. Okay. Degrade again. Mainly because it works for so many rounds, so. Okay, cool. I love when I miss. I mean, I could hit better if I have a better deck, but. Okay. You had to hurry just because I don't have that security. I didn't buy that security. Okay, this unlocks the utility hatch. This is another way to leave the area. Okay, I want to go up here. Yeah, there's one more security thing here, so... Yeah, we got a white sparkly panel here, so... Let's move it to a protected zone so we can... Oh boy, fun. Alright. They're fully charged up now. Ah, come on. Ow. Oh, that killed me. Huh. Alright. Try that again. I got a bit unlucky there. How's my HP looking? Or I guess I got knocked out is the word to put it, so. Okay, I'm at 20, or I'm at 30, so let's try that again, so. Try it one more time. Luckily I can do this as many times as I want, so. Yeah, they hit me. I can't believe they hit me with both of them. It's like a 50% chance to hit me with that. Ooh, we're at a... Yeah, that's the only problem with playing the guy, how I'm playing this guy, is that he's not super maxed out into decking, so... Had to be careful about the red setup here, so let's see. Oh, come on. That was like 90%, dude. Oh, I hate that. I hate that so much. I hate missing, by the way. Like, a lot. Well, they're gonna just do the same thing to me, so I better, like, run off. That way I have to waste their turn moving. There we go. Now let's hurry this up before we get in trouble. Uh-oh. This is bad. We're like on the verge of getting in trouble here with the black ice. Actually, I guess I didn't technically need to do that, did I? Oh well, that's fine. Luckily, we're done here. I could have just done apartment 302. Oh well, that's one way to get it. Uh-oh. Oh, host damage. Get out of there. Yeah, host damage means I would have been dead. Whew. Youch. Okay. That was painful, but we did it, so. I had to be really careful, though. I've got, how much HP do I have right now? I've got to, oh, okay. Never, yeah, so I had to be pretty careful about that. Okay, anyway, now that we've done that, let's go into apartment 302. Let's see what's here. My beautiful Kaje, I can't stop thinking about last Thursday after the evening's teleconference. You and me sprawled out on my synth leather couch, with you and your cardigan and nothing else. A bowl of strawberries and a bottle of Pinot Noir, bacchanalia, decadence and hedonistic delight. A delicious evening for the both of us. I need to see you again. What we shared, we must share again. I feel utterly consumed by my passion for you. I've sent you a calendar invite for a second romantic interlude. Please accept it at your earliest convenience. Catherine is. Yeah, just like reading about people's romance stuff, I guess. So, anyway, let's interrupt with this. Alright, the terminal's operation, but locked. So let's forge admin access with decking 4. Most of the files on the terminal are of a personal nature. In fact, one video file is of a very personal nature. The file labeled Insurance depicts a middle-aged woman engaging in a vigorous sexual activity with a heavily tattooed elf, some 20 years her junior. You recognize the woman as Gertrude Brunet, the very respectable and very married COO of Mueller-Schuler Infotech. Brunet would be subjected to public humiliation and ridicule if this footage were ever see the light of day. That said, the footage could prove a valuable piece of leverage to the right person. It'd probably fetch a fair price at the auction. Copy the file to your PDA. You copy the file. Easy money. I don't care about rich folk. Whatever, dude. So yeah, now we can sell this as a payday. So one of the benefits of being a decker for this section. If you're not, then you can basically skip all this part. So, alright, anyway, let's enter apartment 303. Alright, keypad. Alright, 14291. In we go. Code accepted. Welcome, owner. Okay. Alright, what do we got in here? Kitchen, painting. We can clearly interact with. Anything else? No, I don't think so. It's always behind the painting, you know? That's how rich people work, man. Alright, anyway. Moving the painting aside, you find a large maintenance access panel. Janice steps forward, a slight frown on her face. Okay, I guess this is me. She pulls a multi-tool from her belt and uses it to loosen the bolts that hold the panel in place. Pulling up a schematic on her PDA, she examines the terminal's wiring. Wait up, woman! The clock is ticking! Don't rush me, this is complicated. Popping the lid on her toolbox, she grabs a pair of wire clippers, a soldering gun, and a roll of electrical tape. With a look of grim determination on her face, she begins to snip into a massive harness of cables that runs through the unit. Alright, she taps the elf on the knee. I'm gonna need that thing now. Alright, I'm gonna need that thing now. Did you get that thing I sent you? He nods and reaches back to his unsling his pack. Placing it on the floor, he opens it and pulls out a large blue canister. Takes all of his strength to wrestle it up from the ground and into the space in the access panel that Jenn has cleared. There you go, you dumb ox. Do something useful for a change. The elf says nothing. Unburdened by the heavy pack, he stands up straight, and for the first time you appreciate how much larger he is than the corporate mage. He stares down at James, and his hands bunch into fists. Stay cool, man. We're almost done. If the elf understands you, shows no signs of it. He continues to stare James down, and the mage continues to ignore him. Payload in place, Jaina goes back to work. It only takes a few minutes for her to screw, wire, and solder the canister into the harness. She inspects her work, nods, and turns to face you. She stands and brushes the hair out of her eyes. All right, job's done. Job's done. We just need to do a bit of cleanup and we can get out of here. Nice job, Jaina. Yeah, thanks. It wasn't all that difficult. Just a matter of following our employer's instructions. That's great, but Tom's ticking, so let's get moving. He glances at the jumbled wires and circuitry through the open access panel. To hell with the cleanup. We'll be gone before anyone else notices anything anyway. Just a second. What was that canister you put into the terminal? She shrugs. Beats me. For all I know, it could be full of pixie dust. That's an actual thing in Shadowrun, by the way. Pixie dust, I believe, well, other than getting you high, actually gives you a temporary set of magical powers, if I recall. It's been forever since I played the tabletop, but I remember pixie dust being an actual drug in the game. That's, I had to wire it into the wall at this junction, so I did it. I'm not comfortable how little we know about this run. The mage sneers. You haven't been doing this long, have you? The lodge doesn't tell you things that you don't need to know, and you don't ask. Your job is to do what they tell you. Take the money and keep your mouth shut and about it afterwards. It's all very simple. The lodge? The mage's eyes widen incredulously. You don't even know you're working for, do you? You're leading this team and you don't have a clue. Jaina cuts in, her eyes wide. Both of you shut up. Someone's coming. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Jesus, the cops. A tall, spray-tanned man in an expensive suit rounds the corner at a jog and comes bustling into the room. He stops short when he sees your team. His eyes flick from you to the panel that Jaina pried from the wall, and his smile falls from his face. What the hell? This is my apartment. I own it. What are you doing in here? Well, maintenance. Look at the uniforms. Yeah, I see that, but you can't be in here without my consent, and you sure as hell can't go tearing up my walls without giving me advance notice. James shoots you an irritated glance. This is a waste of time, and I'm already running late. If you don't take care of this idiot, I will. The elf barks something out at James. The sound is uncharacteristically ugly, all harsh consonants and sibilant hisses. Man, what's wrong with me today? Let's keep calm, everyone. This is a simple misunderstanding. Keep your mouth shut, James. I'll talk with this for our friend. Let's keep calm, everyone. This is a simple misunderstanding. Misunderstanding my ass. Your friend just called me an idiot in my own home. He wheels on James, his hands balled into fists. I want to know your employer's number, and I want to know it now. The mage raises an eyebrow, smiling. Do you now? I'm a member of the Homeowners Association for this level. You know what that means? I have a lot of pull with building management. He thrusts an outstretched finger at James. Your days wearing that uniform are numbered. I promise you that. Calm down, sir. There must be a problem at dispatch. You should have received a work order last week. I didn't receive a thing from dispatch, or from anyone else for that matter. My wife and I are entertaining guests here in an hour and a half, and our living room is ruined. I need to know that you're going to fix this, and that you'll clean the place back up, and that you'll put a new coat of wax on the floor. I need... The hell with this. I don't have time for this. His hands twist in claws, and he raises them high. An instant later, they are wretched. They are wreathed in unnatural purple glow. James, stand down. We don't need to kill this man. The glow intensifies into a scintillating torrent of light. The energy lances and stabs out James' hooked fingers as if it were alive. The man in the doorway recoils in alarm, and his palms slap down on a plastic disc that has been clipped to his belt. Too late, you recognize the object. A panic button. No alarms sound. Nothing happens. The homeowner backpedals, trying to pull a wall between himself and James. He's moving too slowly. Much too slowly. James, let go of him, damn it. The major's response comes out with a snarl. Tried to bring security down on us. He isn't leaving this An incomprehensible screech cuts off the maid's sentence. If your peripheral vision, you catch a flurry of motion. Your elvish companion is moving, making a beeline towards James. Jaina is hanging off of him, trying to slow him down, but he barely seems to notice. Stop, damn it. We need him alive to complete the run. With a kick, he sends her tumbling to the ground, then turns back towards James. Okay, so this option here gives you basically decides if you want to keep doing jobs with the lodge, or if you want to end it here, and even then you can end it later if you complete the job. So basically, if you help the elf with this, you basically cut off the rest of the jobs from the lodge for the rest of the game. It's not a big thing. You do miss out on some minor karma and some money, but it's not a big deal. So that's up to you if you want to like role play it to where you're being a nice guy or whatever, or if you're like me, who somewhat seems like a nice guy but wants the money and karma and stuff like that. So you can either scrub the mission and just straight up attack James. You know, I'm with you, pal. To hell with the lodge and to hell with this. You Yeah, or you could draw your weapon, or, I mean, these two basically end up saying you're with, I hate the bastard too, but Jaina's right, we need him. The elf comes up short, staring at you. He sweeps his vision from you to Jaina to James. He then exhales heavily and spits out a jumble of broken German. Gillis, innocent, will not stand for. I'm not safe. Enlargement bastards, kill all. Anyway, yeah, now we have to fight. James now. So let me. Let's see. Need a good protect spot for myself since I've taken some damage. I'd rather just run all the way back here to tell you the truth. But all right, let's run there. Activate drone mode. Alright, what do we got? So, one, we can just, let's see, anyone else in the room now? Okay. So, let's take the Super Shocker, aim at James here. Tase his ass. Yeah, it's because it does, like, a bunch of AP damage is what it does. So, basically, I'm just gonna use all her turns to basically reload and stun whoever we're next to. So, alright. You... Actually, yeah, I can't do that yet, so... Yeah, I guess we can just keep smacking him, so... There goes James, so... Alright, bye James. Yeah, like I said, if you're trying to be good-ish in this... I mean, being good in Shadowrun is like... You know, but, if you're trying to be role-playing nice, you probably want to help the elf, but like I said, it does kick you out of a lot of jobs if you decide not to. The mage wipes spatters of blood from his cheek with the back of his hand. He attacked me. Oh, elf, the fucker tried to kill me. You've been insulting him ever since we arrived here. What do you think was going to happen? His face flushes red. If you'd been a better group leader, we wouldn't have let that happen. You'd have. For the love of God, shut up. Just stop talking. We're both sick to death of you. You need me to finish this run, yeah, so let's go do that. To finish this run, yeah, that's true, but if you don't shut the smug mouth of yours right now, you're going to arrive at your meeting without a tongue. Without another word, the mage turns and stalks off in the direction of the penthouse. Alright, let's head to the penthouse. And then get this whole thing set up and then be out of here. This trendy design panel reads penthouse. So, alright. Use the keypad. Whoops. I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, just 1111. And I have no idea what the code is without that. I think story-wise, I think you have to get that code. Otherwise, there's like no way to really tell it. As far as maybe if you hack the game, there might be a way to like figure it out. So anyway, if we grab here, we get a med kit. Actually, let me go ahead. Just in case, since I've already taken some damage, since I don't have a lot of HP, so. You place the first camera. It adheres to the ceiling with an audible click. James steps forward, his fingers bent. He whispers a long string of hushed syllables that seem to vibrate in your mind. For a moment, nothing seems to happen. Then you blink. The camera is gone. Done. Get moving on to the next one. Alright, let's take care of this guy. The second camera clicks into a heating vent. The lens irises to adjust to the light. James repeats his previous performance and the camera fades from view. Alright, and final one, and let's get out of here. You place the last camera. James steps forward, then turns to stare you in the eye. When we get through with this run, I'm going to tell my handler all about you. You won't work for the lodge again, not because you're an incompetent leader, but because I have pull, and I don't like you very much. What do you have to say about that? I have to say, let's see. Yeah, the entire run is a test. I think you're here to tempt me into losing my cool. That isn't going to happen. The infatuating smirk returns to his face. Yeah, that's right. This is all about you. Just keep on believing that and see what gets you. He whispers into the third camera, and soon enough it fades from his view. Suddenly, alarm blares to life. James jerks back in surprise. Damn it! I knew this would happen if I didn't kill that spray tan jackass. I knew it. His hand hooks into claws, and the air seems to shimmer around him. Looks like we'll fight my way out of here. Yet another unnecessary delay. That would have happened anyway, even if you killed the guy, by the way. Alright, anyway, we need to hit the U-Bahn, however. We don't actually have to go downstairs for that, so... Because we already unlocked the U-Bahn access from here. So, yeah, there would have been an extra fight, but because I did unlock the U-Bahn, we can just go straight to the end of this mission. There are a few lines of text stenciled in the hatch in the block red lettering. Access to utility junction J4. Access to utility junction JB. Caution. Active U-Bahn line. Notify U-Bahn ops before access. It looks like a direct route to the underground U-Bahn station, one that completely bypasses the route that you took in. Head down the ladder to the U-Bahn station. And all it is another fight that I don't think anyone has anything that you drop. And like I said in this game, karma is based off rewards from completing things, and money is from certain things. But in this case, you don't have to fight it because there's no reason to. Mission accomplished. Fucking formally. Call your handler and tell him that the job was done. And be quick about it. I'll need to be on the next train out of here. For once, he and I are in agreement. I can't put this place behind me quickly enough. All I want to do is go home, hug my cat, and forget that tonight ever happened. Enter the comm data that Luca Dare gave you. You punch Luca Dare's comm link into your PDA. A few seconds later, you hear the telltale click of a successful connection. Dare's voice pours out of your PDA speaker. I forgot what voice I gave him now. Blackwire, the job is done, I trust. Yes, everything has been completed to your specifications. Very good. Now, if you please, give me a status update and the members of your team. The elf from Tiernan turned on us. We had to put him down, but Jaina and James are both alive and well. He clucks his tongue softly. Interesting. That elf is dead was expected. He was a dangerous and unreasonable person, disgruntled, you might say, after years of service in our employ. His betrayal of you was inevitable. Thankfully, with his death, we've gained valuable insight into your character. James's continued survival, on the other hand, was not expected. You are a very patient man, Blackwire. Durr smiles. This has been most informative. James' posture stiffens, but he says nothing. You can see a dawning awareness behind his eyes, slowly. Slowly the color begins to drain from his face. Now, let us see how adequately you completed the task that you set before you. Enter the following code into your PDA, if you please. 5256719. Punch the code into your PDA. You type in the code in as instructed, and your PDA's screen cuts to static. A moment later, a familiar image materializes on the screen. The penthouse room that you bugged. It appears to have a live feed from the cameras that you planted. You're sure that this room is secure? You're sure this room is secure? You've done a full sweep? Absolutely sure. We've run multiple sweeps with a complete sensor package. We brought in a mage to search for signs of astral tampering. It all checks out clean. You're completely safe in here. He lets out a heavy sigh. Thank God. Call downstairs and let my wife and kid know that it's safe to come up. Will do, sir. Is there anything else I can do for you tonight? No, thank you. That'll be all. You have a good... Suddenly the air in the room seems to ignite. There's a blinding flash, and your PDA's screen cuts to static. Well, done with Aljer's done. Ugh. And that takes care of that. Please return to the Cruise Bazaar, and remainder of your post-run interview will conclude upon your arrival. Hang on, what the hell was that? He raises an eyebrow. What did it feel like? Explosion, of course. You said that we were just playing bugs, damn it. Bugs, not bombs. You did plant bugs, Blackwire. You saw the footage yourself. Your job was to plant bugs. Jana's was to plant the bombs. But we will discuss all this upon your return. Jana covers her mouth with her hand, a horrified expression on her face. Oh God, I killed someone. That man's dead because of me. From the sound of the explosion, I'll guess that you killed a fair number of someone's. Aljernon and his bodyguard at the very least, and probably a good half a dozen more. A morbid grin creases the mage's thin-lipped mouth. That makes you a mass murderer, Mouse. You're moving up in the world. A sob racks her chest. She begins to hyperventilate. I can never get away from this. This is gonna follow me for the rest of my life. I killed people. I'm a fucking murderer. Say it louder, Wall, don't you? I don't think they heard you in France. I haven't heard a response from you, Blackwire. Should I make the preparations for your post-run interview? Are you ready to continue to test? So you can. This is another case of you can just shut down these quests if you don't care, if you don't like the way they do things. And like I said, that's reasonable. But yeah, we're oh, never mind. It's another. No, it's later on. Never mind. There's another part. I thought it was this question here that did that. I'm looking forward to hearing what you have to say about this, Darius. I'll see you soon. Very good. I'll be waiting. But you can eventually, because of all this, you're like, oh, well, I don't want to work for this guy anymore. So, the Cruise Bazaar. Your return trip to the Cruise Bazaar is a quiet one. The train for the Frankfurter tour is empty, save for you. There's nothing to distract you from your thoughts. You're finished with this first part of your audition. Luca Dare is waiting at the Cafe Keziv to administer the second. Now, if you decide not to do that, let me read. There's an extra ending to this if you decide not to do it. This is if you have the elf help you. So, your return trip to the Cruise Bazaar is a lonely one. You spend the ride in quiet contemplation. The bugs that you were meant to plant in Aljer's penthouse rattle in your pocket, a cheerful sound, and an intangible reminder of your decision to scrub the run. Your audition is over. The Lodge, whoever they are going to have to find themselves another Shadowrunner. But that's not the one we chose. But that's what the dialogue would have been if you decide to help the elf and scrap this project in the first place. So the only bad thing is, by doing that, you basically, you have a clear conscience, but you have no idea what the Lodge is going to do or what their plans are. If you do scrub it, Janna thanks you for not for the whole situation and everything like that. Same with Elf, but I guess I could show that off, but it's not that big of a deal. But anyway, now with the job's done, what does Luke Adair have up for us as well? What's the next job for us? Are we gonna go somewhere extra or actually do a plot device this time? We'll find out what happens next time in the next episode of Shadowrun Dragonfall. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.